Good morning, children. In my last class, I have completed about our Earth, first chapter of Social Science paper 1, and realms of Earth, means the atmosphere, hydrosphere, lithosphere, biosphere. All these spheres we will discuss in later on. Hydrosphere, lithosphere, atmosphere and biosphere. Now, paper 2, chapter 13 of social science. It is about democratic and nationalist revolution. Democratic and nationalist revolution. My dear children, during 17th and 18th century, you know century means 100 years. Correct na? Century means 100 years. 17th century is 1601 to 1700 is called 17th century. 18th century 1701 to 1800. 19th century 1801 to 1900. 20th century 1901 to 2000. Now at present we are there in 21st century, means 2001 to 2100. That means we are now in this area 2020, the most dangerous year of the mankind, 2020, and we may hope, my dear children, 50% of the year is going to end by day after tomorrow. So pray to God at least the next 50% of this year, from July 1st to December 31st, bring happiness, health, wealth and all the goodwills to the mankind. The mankind has already suffered last 6 months onwards. Life become miserable. And a positive thinking minded people will think always up after down, down after up, happiness, sorrowness. This is the nature. So 50% of the year is already sorrow, already misery, already pathetic. And we hope, we pray to the Lord Almighty from day after tomorrow onwards, when the sun rises, 1st July onwards, let the year 50% be more happier, more fruitful, and give a lot of hope, aspiration to the mankind. So, let me say, democratic and nationalistic revolution. Democracy, you know, it is a form of government where the leader is elected by the people through the vote, universal franchise. Democracy. Nationalism, the feeling of oneness, my country, my nation, we love our country. This feeling is called nationalistic. Revolution, change. Revolution means change. Why do we need change, my dear children? When the existing system is not okay, we want a change. You see, I have told from July 1st onwards, let there will be a revolution, a change. Because up to 31st June, the mankind which way they are living is not okay, not acceptable. not good, not welfare based, not happy. So we need a change. If the existing order, system, policy, program is welfare based, people supported, and if it is good to the mankind, we don't want to change. So we want a democratic and nationalistic government or a country or a nation. If it is needed, we will go for a change. And this chapter we will discuss why there was a change in the world politics during this period, 1601 to 1800, these 2 centuries. You know, 17th and 18th century you have understood democracy. Democracy is derived from a Greek word demo, which means people, kratia means rule. So democracy means people's rule. The great president, 16th president of USA, Abraham Lincoln, once told, democracy is the government of the people, by the people, for the people. Means people's government. So we want such a government in our country, in our world, which is people's government, which will look after the people, which will bother about the welfare of people, which will improve the condition of the people. So we want a democracy. My dear children, republic. You see, India became a democratic country, but India became a republic in 1950. Republic means the head of the country is not hereditary. If you will see, I am going to teach about England. You will learn what is republic and what is non-republic. Non-republic means I am king. After me, my son will become king. Hereditary. His son will become king. Or his daughter will become king. Like that, hereditary. But republic means I have the caliber. People elected or selected me as the leader of the country. Once again, if anybody else is better than me, better can do welfare activities, people will select that person, not me. If I am okay, once again it may be selected. So republic means the head of the country, which is not hereditary but elected or selected by the people. Now nationalism. ISM, nationalism. Nationalism is a feeling, is a concept, is a system, is a policy by which a group of people living in a particular area have a common identity in spite of diversity, in spite of differences in their language, culture, social status, economic status, in spite of their regional differences, in spite of their gender differences. So this is called nationalism. Nationalism means a feeling of oneness. We Indians, whether you may be Andhraite, I may be an Odia, or he may be a Marathi, she may be an Assami, but we all are Indian. Kashmir to Kanyakumari, Kutch to Namchad Barua, all have own identity, that is called Indian. We are forgetting about our region, about our religion, about our gender, about our culture, about our practices, about our food habit, about our all the differences, and we are identified as Indian. This concept is called nationalism. Now we are going to discuss about glorious revolution. Generally, my dear children, Revolution means a fighting, war. Because I am here principal. Somebody will come and say that I want to be principal. I should fight with him, quarrel with him. Generally, a revolution is always a fighting war. But a revolution termed as glorious, not a single drop of blood was shed, but a change has come. That is called glorious revolution, and it was happened in England. Glorious revolution. Now we will discuss about glorious revolution. Children, England Great Britain or UK, United Kingdom. United means joining, kingdom means Rajya. England, Ireland, Wales, Netherlands. All four kingdoms joined together made England. By the beginning of 17th century, means 1601 to 1610, you can see, first decades. At that time, there was James I of Stuart's dynasty. Dynasty like our Mughal dynasty, like our Gupta dynasty, like our Maurya dynasty, our Kakatiya dynasty, Pandya dynasty, Hoysala dynasty, all this Tulugu dynasty where Krishnadeva Raya is there. So, like that Stuart's dynasty, there was a king called James I. These fellows, these kings, they followed divine theory of kingship. Divine, God's grace. King, I am the king because God appointed me. In England, in France, all the rulers, they followed divine theory. No one have right to question me, criticize me. What I will do, that is the law. So God has appointed, I am the representative of God. I can rule you which way I like, not which way you like. This theory, this concept followed by this Stuart's dynasty kings. So there was no freedom, people have no expression, people have no liberty. So there was a dissatisfaction started among the people of England against the divine theory kingship policy followed by the kings. And the people, they started, we don't want your rule. They selected Tudor dynasty, one fellow of Tudor dynasty, James, this fellow, that is Charles fellow. So they wanted this Tudor dynasty we want to set up. So a civil war is started. Civil war. My dear children, if we will declare war against our own country is called civil war. A war within the country against the own country rules, regulation is called civil war. So in England, the English people, they started a dissatisfaction, a war against the Tudor dynasty because the Tudor dynasty rulers, they never bothered about the welfare of the people. They wanted to suppress the people. They followed the divine theory. They have not ruled properly people. they enjoyed with luxury and imposed more tax. So there was in Parliament, British Parliament, a strong protest started against the Tudor dynasty, and by 1688, it took almost 80 to 90 years. 1688, the Tudor dynasty was removed and the Stuarts dynasty was removed and the Tudor dynasty was set up, but there was not fighting, no war, no battle. So it is termed in the history of Europe and the mankind as glorious revolution or bloodless. No blood was shed. Bloodless means no blood shed revolution. So glorious revolution understood, my dear. Bloodless revolution or glorious revolution. So now you might have understood about the civil war, divine theory of kingship, glorious revolution, nationalism, democracy, republic, 17th and 18th century. Now I am going to teach about America War of Independence, AWI. What? America War of Independence. Background. AWI. Background. Let me say the background. Second one is no taxation without representation. Third is declaration of right. In this background you will see 13 colonies, George Washington, Thomas Jefferson. You will read in the textbook all this. Let me say the background. You know, Columbus discovered sea route to America. After discovery of sea route to America by Columbus, the Europeans entered into America. There was a rumor started in Europe that America is full of gold, minerals, precious metals. So many Europeans in general and English people, they are very intelligent people. They run away from Europe to America. But they saw no gold. But America is full of fertility. Because the Mississippi River gives a lot of fertile soil both the sides. So people started yearning there. No doubt America is rich in different materials. So the British slowly set up 13 colonies in America. 13 colonies, British colonies, and ruled over them. Thus these 13 colonies ruled according to the law made by the British Parliament. Did you understand? So they imposed a tax. They forced to follow the British way of administration, rules, regulation, no freedom, no consideration of local interest. So the 13 colonies, they wanted to protest, to bring a revolution. And that was guided, led by George Washington, one of the greatest personality, and Thomas Jefferson. You know George Washington, the Washington DC in his name, the capital city of America. Thomas Jefferson and this fellow is strongness. This fellow's intelligence. Both combined together, the 13 colonies they protested. No taxation without representation. My dear children, if Chaitanya or Aditya school will send a message, my dear student, you have to pay 20,000 school fees due is to you. Will you pay or will your parent pay? Why not? Because you are studying in Gurukul Vidyalaya. When you are not studying in Chaitanya or Aditya has no right to impose fees to you or collect fees from you, not correct? Like that. British Parliament imposed tax over the 13 colonies, but not a single 13 colony people are representative to the British Parliament. We are not representative to the British Parliament, so British Parliament have no right to impose tax. No tax, because we don't have any representation. So the 13 colonies, slowly Georgia came out, 12 colonies under the leadership of George Washington and Thomas Jefferson. They protested against the mighty British rule and they fought for independence. They have launched a war, declared a war for independence. That is why it is called American War of Independence. They have not allowed British goods to enter into America. They have entered to the port Boston, near Boston. They have thrown away the tea powders, which is called as the Boston Tea Party in 1765. They have not allowed British materials to enter into American colonies. Like that under the leadership of George Washington and Thomas Jefferson, the American independence war was started. And my dear children, at Philadelphia in the year 1766, British Parliament and the colonies of America signed the Declaration of Independence under the leadership of Thomas Jefferson, and accordingly America became an independent country, came out from the British colonies. And next classes we will discuss about French Revolution, German unification. But my dear children, you have to read, you have to write, and I am giving the notes also, you should maintain it. Thank you. So you should maintain separate books for paper 1 and paper 2. And paper 1 I have completed almost 2 chapters and notes given. This paper 1 I have already told you what you are understanding these points. In your own way you write down the running note in the CW, and in HW what type of notes I will prepare and give for you homework. You should write down and I will correct it.